February movement prep has 3 parts. One part is to expand your bubble. We're going to encourage everyone to use as much space as they possibly can. Part 2 is glute activation in a gait cycle, so make sure that they are feeling those, and I'll talk us through that. And then the third part is Pilates push-ups for our level changes. So first back to part 1, expand your bubble. And to encourage level changes, lots of arm levers, lengths, reaches, balance, stretch, lengthen, and then feet mobility. So you want them to be moving all over the place and expanding your bubbles from all planes. Work the transverse, the sagittal, the frontal, and the horizontal planes. Part 2, gait cycle, glute activation. Hands on your back pockets. If you don't feel those glutes firing, they're not. And that's a big deal in your glute cycle. Gait cycle. Every single time you move in a gait cycle, you should have that activation back there. So check. People around the room, walking around, finding that gait cycle. Part 3, Pilates push-ups, begins with a breath. And exhale, folds in half. Arms stay behind the head, behind the head, behind the head, till they have to set them down. At that point, walk the hands out. Stop a little shorter than you think you might so that your heels pull back. Chin pulls forward. Elbows reach into the ribs. And then drive down and drive up. You can determine the length. It could be 3 of them. And do 5 sets. Walk back in. Roll the spine and lift. Or it could be 5 push-ups at a time and 3 sets. You determine the length. If you have folks who are not used to being in plank, encourage the shift forward, heels active, chin active, and allow them to go to the front fleshy part of their knees until they're ready to manage their body weight. And that's it for February. Have fun.